to go and say that. And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not in Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know. Out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the likeness. You can proceed but with caution, give the proceeds to my God kids. Hold on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talking about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not in Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my now who are you? I don't know, what you do? I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, pull my out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know, what you do? I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no.
Hey, Pete, let it ride out.
They were my business on the front page.
Headlines,
I threw prescription in Dior frames.
sunshine,
I had the vision back in 12th grade
lunchtime.
that I'd be killing with Dr. Dre. I never wanted to.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Now Jones. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, that's pretty much how they teach as a DB. Hit him and have some force with it. Yet he still caught the football and got the yardage he needed.
A little deflating?
Very much so.
Defensively?
Yeah, because you're trying to police up that area, and you don't want them to come in there, and you're hoping some good hard tackles will keep them out of there. In this case, he just said he just shrugged it off and went ahead and got what he needed.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Shepard. A gain of 6 there on first.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Oh, what a move. Finding room inside the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27th. Now back to throw. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Prescott now on 2nd down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here go 47. Here go 48. 26.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot They move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. 4-8. Gun. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
26.
The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go, 47. Gun. Here we go, wide 80. Switch is right.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Michael Campanaro. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a give to Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back to receive it, Deontay Thompson. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Here we go. Wide in. Right there, over there. Over here. Right there.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Check! Check!
Sweat! Sweat is 8.
2nd down, Prescott. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Kareem Martin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
There we go. Wide 8. 26.
Here's Prescott. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here's a carry for the fullback. That's Anthony Sherman. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
The good old toss play, and this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side, but the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play can be spilled in the backfield. In this case, everyone handled their responsibilities, and they picked up really nice yardage.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
On play action, they'll throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The pitch goes to Barkley. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They come out here in the eye. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Now for the point after. Extra point pretty close to that right upright, but he does get it to go. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
They finally do get him down, but we've got penalty flags on the field as well, and they might get 15 more out of this. So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays, even when the other guy's having success against you. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Now let's go. Blue Niners.
He'll drop to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Giants add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Rosas now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40.
There you go. Go right in. There you go. 26. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
3rd and long for Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Campanaro. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side, caught by Matthews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it pops three. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Looking deep downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here, because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock, because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Here's Riley Dixon now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. He's got room to run past the 20 as he'll take this up to the 22-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. 180.
No. Ball. Check.
186.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
We're going right there.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
Start there, over here. Start there. Switch, and hey. Here we go. 180. 26. Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Airing it out for Hearns. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And here's Lewis. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 38.
Hey, here we go. Wide eight.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Over there. Right there. Here we go.
A give to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
3 down. Here we go. Wide eight.
A give to Elliott running left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Gun. Here we go. Wide eight. Here we go. 46. 26.
First down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Wide eight.
To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Wide eight. 26.
Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, As a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up the lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 1-8. Swing to the field, right. To the right. 26.
Again, it's Elliott. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, 1-8. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll make this an 8-point game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
After the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Here we go now. Green.
Back to throw. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go, 46. Switch and 8. Gun. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott to throw it. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
A third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
Yeah, the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now let's go.
It's Barkley on the counter. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Back now in Arlington. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Sean Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. Randy Gregory in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. 47. 47. Here we go. 48.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Here we go. 48.
Second down, Prescott. Pass incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Cowboys on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is third down and 12.
26. 26.
Throwing. Prescott. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Campanaro on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34.
4 down. Here we go, 46. 46.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Gun. 26. 26.
Prescott now on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here we go. Wide 80. Here we go, 47.
A second down throw for Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Olivier Vernon brings him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Here we go now.
Now Gallman. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
This is Barkley. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Now let's go. Blue line.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Set. Blue line. Blue line.
They get it to him running left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Here's Barkley. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now this feels like old school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And the kick by Rosas is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
41's the will.
He's back to throw. Hearns brings it in. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Back to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
47.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there. We go 46. 46.
Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Giants, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-6.
They were my business on the front page.